Shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week, prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, America, which is called the daughter of Babylon in the Bible. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you're the Lord's chosen people on this side. 12 tribes of Israel. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, God, double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone camps. Teach us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
So we're going to talk about being free. When you get Isaiah 59 and 19, you got to be afraid of things. You know, people aren't afraid anymore. They used to be afraid of their name, Yahweh, Shai, because terrible things happen when you spoke that name. We're going to talk about some of those terrible things.
Isaiah 59 and 15.
59 and 19.
Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun.
From west to east, which back then was the whole world, right? And that's a big deal, because everybody knew, from Egypt to Syria, they all knew about what happened, because the land where we're supposed to be at, Israel, there was many miracles that happened. Joshua 4 and 23.
Joshua 4 and 23. For Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, your power, dried up the waters of Jordan from before you.
Think about it. That's the second time. The first one was in Egypt. Now, we're going to enter into the land of Israel. So, going back to Isaiah 59 and 19. We need to start fearing that name, because that's the name that's going to deliver us. You know, we'll be in trouble somehow, and we'll need some salvation, some deliverance. You got to put those things with practicality in your mind, where you're seeing them as things you can get. You know, you get $1, you have $1 in your pocket, you know, you can buy things that cost $1. You have $10, you know, you can buy 10 things that, or one thing that costs $10.
And that's what you're going to need in the end days, in these last days. You're going to need that protection.
And yeah, I see, and in the mob, like let's say you open up a business, and then the mob goes, and then they hit you up for protection, right? You ever heard of protection fees? You know what protection fees are?
I was just watching, it's called The Legend of Bruce Lee on Netflix. And there's these group of thugs, they come around for collection fees, you know. And Bruce Lee wanted to defend the companies, you know. Defend them from the thugs getting collection fees, you know. He wanted to fight them off.
Yeah. Just imagine that. There's always been protection fees. But this guy is the one that's harming you. So they're charging you for
the enemy is the one harming us.
Yeah.
You know,
So
like Esau.
So we're done paying protection fees. You know, we're done.
It said right here that it said when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him.
That's right. We're going to get that one later on again. It's okay that it came out. That's the spirit. And the spirit is about prophecy. So that miracle happened where, and we're going to get into it in great detail. So what I'm trying to get to you is to start believing in who we are. And what our connection is with the Al-Basini outside. Let's start doing that.
You gotta get scared, like if you're watching a scary movie.
Like, wow, oh shit. Like, you know, you run into somebody that's ugly, like a little bit, oh,
Like those movies that show you the end of days, you know, like and the what's it called? War of Wars, World of War, something.
yeah. Oh yeah, I watched that movie, War of Worlds. Yeah, there it is. And that movie is crazy. Crazy how like these people were running around scared for their lives. They're running around because what did you do? David?
Trampling over people. You know?
They were trampling over grandmas, daughters, baby girls, baby boys, pretty girls, ugly girls, homosexuals. Everybody was getting trampled. Nobody, like I said, you're not going to get it.
Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh Shai from the west.
Because really, that's who's doing all of these things. He's the one that makes you crash into the fucking brick wall for black guys. He's the one that makes your transmission slip, and now you're going 100 and something miles an hour, and you can't slow down, you can't the downshift, and all of a sudden your brakes go out. Now here comes a sharp turn, you're still going 100, and you're not even pushing on the gas. We gotta fear that. Because when people talk to themselves, they're not talking to themselves, they're talking to the spirits. You ever had a conversation in your own head? Like, I know I do. Like, I'll do that, or like, especially when you're playing video games. Like, damn, I shouldn't have done that, right? Smart. You know, next time I'm gonna do this.
Or when you're looking for something too.
Yeah. Or how about that? How about you lose something? We lost our heritage. See, we lost the knowledge of the power, of who he is, how he's gonna destroy this planet. Not destroy it, but clean it up. And it's been a long time since Egypt. It's been a long time since Egypt. Hey, if you watch that movie, Exodus, the one with Batman, when the angel of death came, everybody was crying, wailing. They feared the name. They feared the name so much they got mad at the name and said, "Get your fucking people out of here." And then, but guess who did that? How about Shimei Shai? So, man, just imagine how a cat toys with its prey. Like, you ever see a cat toy with its mouse? You know he's gonna kill it. Take a look at him first. He's all laying down, not even. He'll run after it just to get it, like some excitement out of it. But he knows he's gonna kill it. He paws it down. He gnaws at it a couple of times, and then you hear the crunch. The skull crunch. Because cats like to play with their food. That's God. How about Shimei Shai? He is in control. There's no point in time where he lost control. His son died on the cross. That was planned. That was part of the plan. That was part of the contract, actually. We could do a whole lesson on that. That was part of the contract. So that contract means he died for our sins. Now we got to do this. Now we got to educate our sons. We got to educate our neighbors. We got to let these motherfuckers know who they are. So guess what? When you're around here listening to my voice personally, the Lord loves you. Okay? If you're watching these videos and you hear my voice, the Lord loves you. Not because you hear my voice, but because he wants you to hear what I got to say. Because what I got to say was
the waters of Jordan from before you.
Drive up the waters of Jordan from before you. That's amazing. Second time. Second time. Hey, we're dealing with the power that likes to show off. Okay? He likes to show off. And the way he shows off is with us. Just look at Michael Jordan. He's showing off right there. Mike Tyson was showing off.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it was just like Chavez, Maradona, Victor Much. He was showing off with those.
Oh, yeah. Caesar Chavez, yeah.
Hey, that boy box, man. Breaking ribs. You can imagine that big ass rap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Knocked out Pacquiao.
You may not know, yeah.
Oh, shit. Hey, those Ephraimites, man, they're bad. They're bad.
Oh, yeah.
You know who's bad too? Manasseh. Remember the Cubans, man, those ones bad. They'll be throwing it down. Like Yoel Romero, he's a good ass wrestler. He's a bad ass wrestler.
Well, even what's his name that passed away, that wrestler, Razor Ramon.
Oh yeah.
He was a Manasseh. He was a bad actor, though. You know what I mean? He was a bad boy.
Dustin Hall. That was skill right there. He's showing up, but this time he showed off by first of all he sent a chariot. Those are the representation of how much he was back in there. Separated the wall, put a wall in the Jordan, River Jordan, so that all the Israelites can cross. Remember, this is after we begged our brother Esau, hey, can we go through the King's Highway? Home's right there. Israel's right there. Can we just go through your highway? And he said no. Straight up said no. He kept us alive and safe in the wilderness for 40 years. He's gonna do much more miracles now. How about this one? How about you thinking, how about we be on the run and we haven't ate for days or weeks, and all of a sudden we say, man, I wish we had something to eat. And then our stomach gets full with food. You don't even have to chew food, man. Like, you just go in your stomach and then you feel like Popeye. You know how he eats the spinach and then his arms get all big. We're gonna be like, damn, I feel good. But he's gonna be filling us with the Spirit. Can you get Isaiah 59:20?
Isaiah 59:20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression, and Jacob saith the Most High.
That's beautiful, beautiful scripture. That's a beautiful scripture. That pretty much tells you everything. That's like the key. That's like the holy grail of understanding. If you come back to Him, if you say, I'm sorry, Lord. I'm sorry for what I did in last life. I'm sorry for what I did in this life. I'm sorry. How much when you outside forgive me? And then, man, you're good. Read that again, please.
Isaiah 59:20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression, and Jacob saith the Most High.
Ooh, man, that's pretty specific right there.
And again, 21.
Yeah, get it.
As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Most High. My spirit that is upon thee, my words which I have put in thy mouth, shall not depart out of thy mouth, or out of the mouth of thy seed.
That sounds specific. Read, start from the beginning. That's good.
Isaiah 59:21. As for me, this is my covenant with them, said the
And with
Most High.
them. Who's the them? He's going to tell you right now. He's going to tell you Israel. Go ahead.
My spirit that is upon thee, my words which I have put in thy mouth, shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed.
So it's going to continue on until he comes back.
Yeah, because more out of the seed of thy seed, said the Most High, from henceforth and forever.
Because that's a family thing. That's a family thing. This is a family thing. You see how that tree grows up and then it splits up into branches? That's Israel. Israel went all over. All those leaves represent all the Israelites, all over the world, in all the other countries, man. We're probably everywhere, in every country in the world.
Those so-called Moabite, but he's in Israel, but he might look.
Well, yeah, you ever see those Moabites that can dance? Break dancing?
Yeah, Well, cause fancy, like, they're being so hot, you know what I mean? But they're big, so,
Yeah, I used to break dance when I was younger, my son's age. Man, we used to battle these guys from the war at Ground Zero. There was a bunch of Filipinos.
oh, they get down, huh?
They get down.
Yeah.
And there was Mong Dissolution, and there was a Filipino crew in the Fresno called Mafia Band. So these guys are all over. They're showing off. They're showing off because the spirit is what tells you. The spirit is what says. The spirit is what gets on these people to come over here and tell us, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. And then guess what? After talking to them for however long they're talking to them, they end up saying, they're thinking in their head, okay, maybe you're wrong. And they have to dip out. They come to correct us, and I'm like, oh, hold on, because you don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't even know what you're gonna try to correct first of all.
See, that's pretty amazing. That's the spirit of, man, that's the whole spirit right there. It's working in conjunction, testing us. We're being tested all the time, by the way. With our ailments, with our lives. Man, brothers got problems. I mean, even though you're young, you have problems. Those are your problems. That was his problem. You know, those are problems. Everybody has problems. You go home, you see the mail, and you're like, fuck, these ain't meant to put bills. Turn on the news and they're fucking war this, war that, famine this, volcano that, earthquakes, Red Cross over here, Red Cross over there. It's a bunch of fucking. That's it. It's the spirit building up. It's like the pressure release valve. You know, on your water heater, it has that TNT in it. Sometimes you gotta release that pressure in there and let out a couple of gallons so that it can work properly. Otherwise, it's gonna back up, and that pressure's gonna build up. It's just like a fart. You know, you eat something and you feel that pressure. You might be around people, but then you're like, man, I don't want to feel bad. And you're like, let it rip. You know, that's pressure. It's taking pressure. It's just pressure. So we're putting pressure on the whole world. Their eyes are feasting on what the heck is this? And all they can see is the Israelites. Sign. And then they guess what? They do some research. So the spirit is continually flowing. See, these people are passing by either which way. So the spirit of us being here is going out there. They all looking except for that picture. It's how you found.
Probably call it
Sometimes they don't see it's good. No, but it's because, you know, the issue. I think it's good. Let's go Joshua 4:24. And then we get Isaiah 37 and 35. And when you're reading these scriptures, feel free to put yourself in them. Put yourself in those scriptures because we were in them before. You feel like it's talking about you and it's talking about you. You feel like, man, that feels like I could have dealt with it. You probably did. But the thing is, it's incarnation. You gotta deal with it.
That's how you're gonna get yourself in the book. It's like an opportunity, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Why
that's why
would you
want to read that. Yeah.
It's like when you were little and you used to find Waldo and Where's Waldo books. It was all about Waldo. Even though he was among the whole world, you just bought that book not because of the whole world, because of fucking Waldo on every fucking page.
Find that book.
Find him, just to find him.
And then when you find them, you're like, oh, he was there all this time. And I looked there.
That's what these people are gonna say. All these Israelites were all in our shit.
They were there. No, we didn't.
We treated them like shit. I mean, that guy that was waiting for us today at the docks was an Israelite, and I told him to run around and wait for 2 hours. Yeah, sure fucking did. Just think about the brothers that are working all over the world and then they're praying, and you affect their growth. Guarantee good man. And then you're making us wait a little bit longer, suffer a little bit longer. You know, because he abused us. That's what happens.
Joshua 4 and 24, that all the people of the earth might know the hand of Yahweh that it is mighty, that ye might fear Yahweh Shai, your power forever.
So let's talk about that war on the world. Okay. Everybody knows that car's powerful. Although it's an RT, it's not the most powerful car. There's a car that's like that, but it's called a Hennessy. It's way more powerful than that. There's other levels of power. Okay. Do that one again.
Joshua 4 and 24, that all the people of the earth might know the hand of Yahweh Shai.
All the people of the earth. All of them. Especially that guy that, you know, lost him. Because now he's going to show his hand.
That it is mighty, that ye might fear Yahweh Shai, your power forever.
So I always get 2 Kings 19:35. And that shows how much power one angel had. 185,000 dead.
Or what if it was that movie Godzilla?
Oh,
You know,
oh, yeah.
Would you fear that?
We haven't even talked about Leviathan. That's a true thing.
That's my lesson.
And you gotta fear Yahweh Shem Shai because you're gonna send Leviathan. That's the second time that trying to believe that's life. Leviathan's gonna have a snack of that. That's a tic tac. Man, just wait till Leviathan gets perfect.
All the Bigfoots that are like in the forest, like high
Yeah. And now what's coming up is they're having videos pop up of humanoids pulling out trees in the forest.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking crazy. You see the people? That's another thing.
Then they chariots too. Then they released the case files though.
Oh, yeah.
The pets and all that though, man. You see them chariots
Yeah,
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's all the hand of Yahweh Shem Shai. But the thing that should be making your brain tick is going to put the prophets on a whole different level above all those things. Just imagine you being more powerful than the Bible, if you want to consider those things. Why not, right? We can, because that's what you're doing. I'm training you how to think differently. You got to consider those things that are impossible. That's what a miracle is. Being possible, made possible for you by someone other than yourself. Just think about that. If you want to get a job, pray for it first and then apply it and then get it. That's it. And the only reason it takes so long is in your head because you have to understand how you need to feel to appreciate that. You know? If you have a perfect score in some athletic competition, you gotta acknowledge who gave you that perfect score, right? You know, you're the baddest at tennis or whatever, or golf. That's the hand of the Lord swinging that golf club and that tennis racket.
Baseball too.
Oh yeah, man. These Dominicans are taking over the world. Baseball.
Oh yeah.
They look like little fucking fat asses with toothpicks. They're all fucking muscle. You know, you see this little tiny stick, and then they're just out of there.
They hit that ball like a snub.
And they also pitch that ball like.
I think they go like 90.
Yeah, now you see in the baseball game pitch. So the guy pitching at the mound, and he tells you where it dropped on the diamond base and how fast it's going. That's at 492 miles an hour. Hey, this guy has technology that'll surpass things that you won't even imagine. That bird could have been a drone. That lady in that car could have been a robot. Your bus, somebody that you are talking to could be a creation. You know, they're having all kinds of things come out now. And this is spirit, see?
He's also having
That guy almost crashed.
He's also having those incubators with these things on.
Yeah. Oh and they're doing what's called pig embryos, where they harvest the kidneys or the heart. They grow embryo just for a heart or, but it's half pig, half human. And they say the only reason that they use the pig is because the pig has the closest DNA structure to man, and that's like bullshit.
And well, that motherfucking died though, like 2 months later. That old money though, like 2 months later after he got that transplant.
Hey, you're not perfect, Esau. Maybe you're holding your best technology for someone that's working. This guy's crazy. Man. See how his mind works? That's the spirit of the Lord working on his mind. See, everybody should think about what their position is. You're gonna be a future king. You're gonna be a future king. You're gonna be a future king. I'm gonna be a future king. Think about future king and stuff. How am I gonna manage having young babies, grandkids? I'm gonna have to conquer planets. I'm gonna have to. Man, you can't keep all these Israelites here.
Yeah. You want to be Thor, you want to be Iron Man. Iron Man's Esau. Without that suit, he ain't nothing though. But if you're Thor, hey man, he flies to different things.
He goes to different places. But guess what? You're gonna have a chariot. You're gonna have a big giant spaceship. See how that man is tugging that boat? They're proud of that boat. When we get our boat, we're gonna be proud of that boat.
Isaiah 37, 35. For I will defend the city to save it for my own sake. And my servants, David safe.
So now we got to talk about the terrible things that are going to happen. Why do we have to be saved? For His very sake. Are terrible things going to happen? Terrible things are already. Are more terrible things, even more terrible than what's happening right now, gonna happen? Yeah. That's why we have to be saved. That's why you have to fear. That's why you have to have fear of the name so that it can save you. Have some respect for it. Have some respect for it. You don't get behind a fast car and just run into a wall. You'll die. You don't respect the power.
Or get a wild Mustang, get on top of it, that motherfucker will throw you over.
No, that's not a good idea. You get the next one?
Isaiah
37, 36. So it's all building up to a special moment.
36. The angel of the Most High went forth and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 104 score and 5,000. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses.
So I told you I got what's it called? 2 Kings 19:35. But this is also in Isaiah 37:36. Isaiah was that prophet back then in 2 Kings. See, this book is all about us, for us. We keep hearing things about the prophets, and then they keep recounting the same story over and over. It's just the same story over and over. Now, why are we hearing the same story over and over? So we don't forget. Because if we're coming back in reincarnation every time, we're hearing the same story every time. Because we didn't learn our lesson. We didn't learn our lesson. Okay? We need to hear it some more. I know I don't fucking hear things right the first time you tell me. I'm daydreaming. But when I get to work and they call me into the office right there and I'm honest and I tell them, you know what? I'm not even listening. Let me drink my coffee. Because it's going to go in one ear and not the other. Or then I'll tell them, look, you know what? It's like I'm serious. Oh, and don't let a woman tell me what to do. I wouldn't even pay attention to that. When I look at the woman talking, I'll be like, oh, just send me it.
Joshua 2:10 and 11. For For we have heard how the Most High dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, when ye came out of Egypt, and when did ye beat into 2 kings of the Amorites that were on the other side, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. 11. And as soon as we have heard these things, our hearts did melt, scared. Neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For the Most High, your power, He is God in heaven above and earth beneath.
And you know what's so scary about that? Your son's gonna be way stronger than you. I'm telling you from experience. I got 2. This one's stronger than me already, and then the second one's gonna be stronger than me. And we have to train our children to come up in a certain way because they're gonna represent that power. You're representing the power. How about you now outside? You made you strong. I didn't make you strong. I have to take care of you. You got strong because of your spirit, your connection, and what you have to go through for him. I see, you're not gonna go through the same shit I went through. You're gonna go through different shit. Everybody's gonna go through different shit, just like everybody has a different lesson. You know, I'm gonna make this cut a couple of corners, and we'll get Revelation 13 and 9, and then Obadiah 1 and 17. You know, this is called getting in the spirit, because I have to explain things in a fashion where you understand. Because the Lord did these things for us in the past, He's going to do them again in the future. It's necessary for us to remember how much to fear. We got to be afraid. Our knees have got to buckle. Just think about how you've ever been afraid. I know you've been afraid. I know there was times where you've been afraid. What makes you scared? What brings fear into your life? Guess what? How about you be outside and take care of you? You don't need to fear no more. Except Him. You gotta fear Him. I gotta fear Him.
You said that, right? It's Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear Him which is able to destroy both the soul and the body in hell.
That's powerful. Who has the power to do that? How could there be 2 different deaths? Your body dying and your soul dying. That's a power right there. That's a power right there. Not only that, He'll strike you from your mama's memory. Man, come on, man. He makes people sick in a way where they forget you. It's called dementia. Damn, man.
Alzheimer's, yeah.
Alzheimer's, man. And that usually happens to Edomites. So that's why you gotta eat good. You gotta eat good. You gotta drink more water. You know, stop drinking sodas. Treat your mind better because your mind is what keeps your connection going. Yeah, Revelation 13.
13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
So you better to listen up. You can get the next one.
10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's the major stumbling point for this Christian. They'll jump over that like it's a hurdle, like they're running in the Olympics.
We gotta read it all fast.
They'll be like, oh, there's a couple of scriptures in here. I'm just going to blow through them. You don't want to hear them. And then everybody thinks, yeah. Nobody will say, let's hear the whole story. They just want to hear the happy ending.
Yeah. Well, they don't read the whole chapter.
They don't read the whole chapter.
Yeah. To understand that, you know.
Like, if look at any of you Christians or Muslims or anything are welcome to come up here. But, you know, if you're questioning something in the scriptures, we're going to have to go through the whole chapter. And we're going to have to explain it to you. Because there's 3 things you got to take into consideration. You study the language that it was originally written in, and then the second translation, and then the English. Those are the 3 things you got to take into consideration. There's different languages being used to get your understanding. And you got to go back to the Hebrew to get your perfect understanding.
Obadiah 1 and 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession.
shall be holiness on Mount Zion. That's all of us. That's all this tribe charge right here. You see, and why did that white kid have to come back this way? He wanted to see himself in the sun.
You know, you don't mind people started talking about tennis and golf. That's when you know, back, you know, because I was like, this guy's probably getting like.
And I did that to test him.
Yeah.
He could have came up and asked. You know, we don't treat people bad around here. We wait for you to treat us bad, and